So how did you get your start in stand-up comedy?
I've always wanted to do it. It was always something that I really liked. I tried it once, years and years and years ago, at an open mic at a bar downtown.
In Memphis?
Oh yes, downtown Memphis. And I tried immediately to do crowd work, which is the stupidest thing in the world to do, and fell right on my face, figuratively, of course. And promptly decided, nope, that's not for me, I can't figure out how to do that. Then, as I think many stand-ups sort of, I think, try and start out, it comes from some sort of deep sense of failure. My marriage ended, and I went into a very deep depression. And the only thing that ever kept me from falling over to the other side was comedy. And then one day, I had written enough down in my little book, and just did it, and I haven't stopped since. And that was about 6.5 months ago, 7 months ago almost.
So where have you performed here in Memphis?
Mainly only in the open mics. There's 3 main open mics. The main one that I started at, my home mic, is Poplar Lounge on Monday nights. And then there was the Tuesday night Neil's open mic, which has now become the Tuesday night Minglewood open mic, because Neil's is a terrible, terrible place to perform comedy. And then I moved out here to the Minglewood one when Sammy decided to move it to a new location. And then a friend of mine, Richard Douglas Jones, who's also a comedian here in town, started his own at Escape Alley, and I've been doing that on Wednesday nights. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is our comedy for me. Pretty much consistently, like 3 times a week then? Unless I'm sick or, just can't make it, or when I had a job, it kept me from doing it. Now I'm unemployed, so I can do it anytime I like. Who would you say are your comedic influences? Comedic influences? That's really hard to see right now, because I don't really have, I haven't really been doing it long enough to know what my voice is in comedy. My influences right now, I mean, the people that I look up to are the Patton Oswalts, and Paul F. Tompkins is my favorite comedian. Who would you say are your favorite comedians if you exclude yourself here in Memphis? Okay. There's a really great guy named Nathan Hiller. It's me. She told me to exclude myself. It's part of comedy. In town, it's hard to say because I don't want to give anybody a big head, but I love when Brandon Sams will get on a truly just awesome kick where there's improv going in and he's going off the top of his head, or it's a new bit that he's working on that's just awesome. Richard Douglas Jones is another one who just will. Most of the time, it's the stuff we've all heard, and then all of a sudden, something will come out, and it's always great to be there when that happens. Phil Siskowski, which is another guy, one of my favorite guys. He's a good friend. We started around the same time at the same open mic, and his material is so different from what you would imagine. He is like it's completely and totally dirty and scary that someone like him would have that kind of a thought. So I did 2 white guys, 1 black guy. I'm still good. Okay. How do you write a joke, Nathan? How do you write a joke, Nathan? What's your process? Let's analyze your process. What's my process? Some of my best stuff, some of the stuff that's really been is either stuff that comes to me immediately listening to another comedian. I don't. To say that it's not like I'm sitting in the audience and going, okay, I'm going to plagiarize my friend who's up there. It's inspiration. Yeah, one of my friends might say something about a role-playing game, and then in the next breath he might be talking about having sex, and what that does is it puts these 2 floating things, and all of a sudden they come together, and all of a sudden I have a joke about role playing during sex, and then I build some tags, and then sometimes that then evolves from a friend saying, "Hey, you should do this," or "Hey, I thought of something for you," or even a friend out in the audience who says something to me afterwards, and while it may not ever be the exact thing that they may have said or something like that, it starts building, and so now I've got like 30 seconds or 45 seconds now on that, where when it first started it was just two bubbles that sort of came together. So that's sort of my process. So.
I think we're good.
All right.